plenty of stories, and they're well documented, and they definitely stick out. One of them was a download festival where we used to have this thing we would do where there was a particular song. We would tell the audience like, hey, if you crowd surf up here to the front, let's Ivan would say like, shake my hand. And it's awesome at home, when we play 4,000 or 5,000 people, it's manageable. But then you have download festival with 100,000, and he happened to say that, and within about 30 seconds there were at least 5,000 people in the pit. They mowed down the security, the police, and everybody was trying to stop the crowd. They just couldn't. And I think the first time in history of download they had to pull the PA, like we got shut down.
Yeah.
And the chief of police and the security came on stage and said like, okay guys, we have two choices here. A, you guys help us to disperse the crowd and tell them to get out of the pit, and then you can finish your set, or we can go to jail. So we were like, let me think about this one. Food sucks already as is. Jail food is probably really bad. Okay, let's go with A. And then we just, we have to tell the crowd like, hey guys, you have to get out of the pit and pick up the dead bodies and carry them away and whatever. Nobody died, but it was a spectacular event, and ever since any bigger festival we go, the promoter usually come to us like, are you guys planning to do that? So it's been 5-6 years since, and it's still there's still a stigma.
Right.
The feedback is so far that it's our best, and I believe it myself that it is. I think it's our best album. Best album in a way of we always do pretty diverse records, and we believe that if you have just one color throughout the whole record, it's not really that interesting, So we usually have a ballad and then super heavy songs, and it's everything in between. So that's usually how we operate. And in this particular record, everything got a little bit more focused. So nothing is really that light and nothing is really that heavy. So it's everything, yet it's still diverse enough. So I think we kind of find that tone we wanted, where it's just one solid brick of heavy metal, hard rock, and doesn't really venture into weird places, so to speak. Songwriting is, we always develop. It's always, things are getting better, and lyrics as well. So I think most bands usually run out of juice by record 5, 6, and it's pretty amazing that we actually, I think this is our best. Got Your Six, it's kind of the title is it's a slang for got your back, and it was sort of a phrase that was around us a lot because it's a military term actually, but that kind of seeped into just general society, so everybody kind of using this term anyway. But we have so many military fans that this phrase would be around all the time, and since we did a bunch of fundraising for veterans and and all these those events, we play military bases all the time. We have a strong connection with military servicemen, and they would say this, like, you guys are got our backs, and and we appreciate that. So it was just keep coming this term, and since it's our 6th record, we figured, well, hey, this kind of it makes sense. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. We were in Iraq, and the base was being shot at, and incoming fire was just pretty much every half an hour something happened, or plane was getting shot at that we were flying with. So this is part of the the deal when you go to those places. And I mean, we were sitting, we have this anecdote that we recite a lot of times. We were actually sitting in one of Saddam Hussein's palaces, and that's why we were accommodated, and we're sitting in this it's like a dining room kind of thing, but it's like a 100-foot table, it's like one solid wood, no excess at all, right? and then Jeremy is eating his Cocoa Puffs, what I mean? We were, munching on some ice cream or some shit. And while this is happening, you know, we hear like incoming, incoming, and the windows are shaking, explosions, and you know, Jeremy's eating a couple of us, and he's like, dude, are you sure it's safe here? Should we just go? It's like everybody says, you know, like the loudspeakers, like to go to the bunkers, and then we were like, I'm like, dude, I'm not dying sweaty. I'm not running anywhere. You don't know where it's gonna hit. You know, it can hit you when you're running there. So and then we just finished our cocoa puffs. Like I said, okay, well, it is what it is. And so there were a couple of funny things like that. Just driving around with these guys and how, you know, there's a certain formation we were driving like a couple of inches from each other, and not as fast as it goes, and they're changing lanes. You know, it's like a military tactical driving, right? And I see this little car coming in, you know, and was kind of merging into everywhere, and you know how these guys just were right there, like almost rammed him off the road, and you know, it's there were a couple of, you know, interesting things, but I mean that's the nature of that combat zone. We were there to entertain, you know, the troops, and they appreciated it, you know, that we didn't have to be there.
Right.
They did. Definitely surreal, or you know, even the recording of that, you know, the previous album had that song where when we reached that, we didn't know what he's gonna say. You know, at the time we were like, man, that's metal god. I'm pretty sure he's busy with striking down the non-believers and you know, whatever metal gods have to do on a daily basis, like, you know, get up 5 o'clock. Oh, I have to strike down a couple of lightning. You know, so I don't know what's his schedule like. That's what, you know, you imagine what metal god has to do. And so we reached that, and we knew that he liked the band, so that's how that happened. But from there, he came to Las Vegas and he recorded with us, you know, and seeing that whole process was amazing. Then we hung out for a couple of days, and you know, hearing stories that just like, holy shit, you know, it's like he was touring when we were not even thinking about playing guitar yet, you know. And since that we remained friends and keep in contact, and then a couple of times he came Golden Gods in the US and his own hometown where we came on stage. That was actually the interesting one, because you could tell the crowd for a second, like, is that like there was a confusion. No, that can't be. No, that is, you know. So there was the shock, you know, in the audience. That was pretty amazing. And yeah, we all, you know, turned into little geeks, like, oh my god, how that song goes, I forgot, because you know, you're just looking. So yeah, that's definitely, I mean, you know, we grew up on that. So.
Yeah, pleasure talking to you, Mike.
Thank you.